Oh, wow. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is TK Ntebe and I'm really honestly only so excited to be here today, and thank you so much for being back on this amazing channel. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, basically we have a lot of fun. We talk about money, we talk about travel, we talk about lifestyle. Yes, I call them escapes with TK. So today we are escaping into a story, and the story is one, guys, it's one that really disrupted and settled. Oh my goodness, this almost killed me situation. So today we are talking about why I keep paying my insurance premiums. Guys, it is really so scary and shocking how many young Basotho professionals and entrepreneurs in this amazing country do not pay their insurance premiums. And I'm not talking about your typical funeral covers. Oh no, we all know we have that. I'm talking specifically about car insurance. Now, I have my lovely cup of coffee here because it is early in the morning, and this is what gets me energized. This is what gets me excited. So in the last video, people were asking what was I sipping in there. No guys, it's nothing illegal. No, I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It is coffee. And I love me some coffee because it gets me excited and it gives me that rush and that boost. So today I'm talking about insurance and why I keep paying my insurance premiums. Now, let me tell you a story. So April is my birthday month and I love celebrating my birthdays. I go big. I really go big. Not too sure how I'm gonna go about it now with COVID-19 and the current situation. But nonetheless, I've always been the guy who celebrates my birthday. So I remember very vividly 2013 when I bought my very first car. I'm still driving that car today, 7 years later. Yes, so big up to that. And I call my beautiful little princess, Jacqueline. Bonjour, Jacqueline. So Jacqueline is really a French car, very beautiful, very pretty. And we've had amazing road trips. We've had amazing moments, scandalous moments. We've made memories, we've had adventures. We've done it all with Jacqueline. She's been very kind to me, I've been very kind to her. So we've been together in this relationship for a very long time. Like I mentioned, 7 whole years. I got her in 2013 April for my birthday as a birthday gift from me to me, like I told you. So now it's April again, 7 years later. But you know what? So if your car is financed, if you buy a car that is financed by a bank, normally they force you to pay insurance, car insurance. So I've always been like, why do I always have to pay insurance? And it does not come very cheap, guys. It really does not come cheap. I remember the first insurance premium, which I had to pay 12 months in advance, was about 7,000 maluti, which is a big amount of money. So obviously, every single year you renew and it will go from 7,000, and I think the second year, 2014, was 6.5, and so on and so forth. Now, luckily, insurance companies are becoming a bit more flexible because affordability is really a big issue. So now they've changed it from paying the annual premium to now paying on a monthly basis. So I think it was in 2018 when I could not afford, or I had not planned properly for my insurance premium. So obviously I did not have I think at the time it was about 4.5, So I did not have it, so I opted for the monthly option. Yes, that I could afford because I think it works out to about 350 per month. If I'm not correct, I'll double check on my statement. But yes, so I opted for the monthly option. Now, for the life of me, I really never understood or saw the value in insurance or paying my insurance premiums because I'm a safe driver, I'm a responsible driver. I don't drink and drive. I don't drink and drive. Well, woo, okay. Yeah, so but I've been a responsible driver for the last couple of years. I've never been in an accident. I've never caused an accident, so I really had no reason to claim for my insurance, So at some point I was like, but my guys have been claiming, right off the first car, right off the second car, and they keep claiming from the insurance company, and that means that I'm paying for their reckless behavior. I mean, really, okay? So obviously now I've been paying insurance for the number of years and I've never claimed, and I was starting to question, should I be paying for this insurance because I'm a responsible driver? But guys, September 2019, that was the day I really appreciated having car insurance. So what happened was, I was driving from Hamahwati, driving into town via, that side of the city in Masiru. And then out of nowhere, and I mean literally out of nowhere, this guy on the opposite lane suddenly turns into our lane without indicating, without stopping, and I tried to hit the brakes. Like, I tried, guys, I tried. So now, conspiracy is I hit him, I was in the wrong apparently, but there were no cops on the scene. But I feel like, it does not matter who collided into who. Fact of the matter is, we hit each other, boom, and then there were fireworks. Now, obviously, my poor Jacqueline was damaged. So, shaken, shocked, scared, I get out the car. So I was driving with another friend, and fortunately, nobody got hurt. So got out the car to check and assess the situation. The guy we just collided with did not get out the car, did not bother to get out the car. In fact, the passenger got out the car, and then he had the nerve to say, no, move your car, move your car. I'm like, no, I am not moving this car because now this is a crime scene. So we have to wait for the police with them girls and them shields to come through and assess the situation. So this guy, the passenger of the other car, decides to hop into the car, and then guys, in a split second, they were gone. They literally drove off. We collided, waiting for the police. I'm trying to get my head around what just happened, and they drove off. I'm like, what must happen now? So I didn't get his registration number. Well, I think I caught a bit of it, but I was not too sure because I was obviously still so shaken up and so shook about what just happened. He drove off, now I'm left there. Jacqueline going up in smoke, the bonnet is crashed, it is a mess. So now I have to obviously drive slowly to report this at Upper Tamai police station and open a case, because now I don't know what needs to happen. So I obviously call my amazing sister. I told you, she is really amazing. Yes, I'll talk about her all that damn time. So I call her to obviously alert her what just happened and to try obviously get help. I call a few friends to get some towing services. And then voila, my car is towed. Now what I love about having comprehensive insurance, guys, so there are different types of insurance policies. I have the comprehensive type. The towing services were covered by the insurance cover. Whew, I cannot imagine had I had to pay approximately 2,700 maluti to 3,000 maluti just to get my car to be towed to the garage or where it will be repaired. So I saved that cost. Fortunately, I did not even have that money readily available. So that was going to be a whole complete mess. So the car got towed away and I was a bit relieved. Now the drama starts. The next morning, obviously call the insurance company, I complete the paperwork and I get the first quote. The first quote was 63,000 malut. The second quote was 65,000 malut, and I think the third one was about 58. Now obviously I was like shook, I was like, whoa, I do not have this kind of money readily available. Mr. Insurance, are you gonna come through and save the day? So luckily the assessor came through from the insurance company and assessed, and then the quote came down from 58,000 to 43,000, which was still a lot of money. Now I really cannot imagine had I not kept paying my insurance premiums, where would I have the 43,000 money to pay for this car? And I mean, Jacqueline and I have been in this relationship, at the time it was 6 years. I was not about to abandon her after everything we've been through. I was not about to break our relationship after everything we've been through, So luckily the insurance came through and they were willing to pay for the cost to repair the car. some point I thought the car would be written off, but I could not for the life of me let go of my beautiful Jacqueline. I mean, how dare I break away her heart after she's been so kind to me. So luckily, so that was sorted. But the one thing we always forget, guys, the one thing we always forget when it comes to insurance is the excess component. So the excess is that additional money that you, yes, this one, needs to pay in order towards the car. So when I claim, for example, I was claiming the 43,000 from insurance, for my insurance company, and I had to pay a part of that. And the amount that I had to pay at this particular point in time, I remember it ever so vividly because it was painful to part ways with that amount of money. I paid exactly 4,952 Malut. Guys, now why was this particularly painful besides the fact that I knew about it? It was painful because I paid this money on the 23rd of December 2019. And I'll tell you about why that was painful. So the car was obviously stuck there because it's a French car and we struggle for parts. So I had to wait September, October, November, December to get the car fixed. Now, for someone who claims to be as busy as I am, I obviously needed a car. And guess who came through for me? Guess who came through for me? The beautiful, amazing sister provided a car for the guy to get on with his business, because obviously I'm a very busy guy, you know, guys. I have gigs to MC, I have deliveries to make, I have to get to work, I have a life. So she obviously came through. But now let's go back to the 23rd of December. So I get a call from the guys who are repairing the car. Hello, Mr. Ntebe. Hello, Mr. Ntebe. Your car is ready for collection. And I'm like, woo! What had happened was, how much is the excess again? Pretending like I don't know. How much is the excess again? They're like, it's a astounding 4,952 Maluti. Sir, will you be paying cash or EFT? And I'm like, I will come see you. So the 23rd of December, guys, it is hectic festive season. And I'm trying to get my groove on. I am trying to live my best life. Who parts ways with 4,952 Malut Kadizamba? I mean, really, Kadizamba. So that meant that, yes, I'm excited to have the beautiful Jacqueline back. But that means my entire festive season, I was at home on the couch watching TV. Oh no, I don't. At the time I had TV. I had a TV set. But I was at home when the other kids were out having fun, living their best lives. Shocking. Really, really shocking. But would I have it any other way? Absolutely not. If there was ever a time I was grateful, guys, for having car insurance, it was September 15th, 2019, when that accident happened. The car was taken care of. It's looking good. It's looking fresh. It's looking sexy. And every morning I'm like, bonjour, Jacqueline. And my name, by the way, my French name is Jacques. So it's bonjour, Jacqueline. And she's like, bonjour, Jacques. Comment ça va? I'm like, whoa! So if you still do not have car insurance, guys, whether you have your car financed by a bank or you are self-funded as sell, or whatever I say, or you bought the car however way you bought it, my words of encouragement is please go speak to an insurance broker or an insurance company and find out the different options. There are different kind of options available. It covers you basically from anything, any financial loss such as theft, hijacking, fire, etc., you know. So the whole point of insurance, for those of you who still think, why am I paying insurance? Insurance is a risk management tool or strategy for you to make sure that should anything happen, that you do not incur the financial loss. And if you incur the financial loss, then the insurance company will come through and indemnify you or put you back where you were before that incident. So now you can imagine if the accident happened and I had a financial loss of 43,000 Maluti and I did not have insurance, that means I was going to be worse off by 43,000 Rand or Maluti. What does that mean for my finances? Whoa, that means that I literally have to take a loan. I literally have to find other ways, borrow money somewhere to get back to where I would be. I love my car. It allows me to move around freely and comfortably. So that means not only was I going to be worse off financially, but emotionally and psychologically as well, because now that I have to struggle to get around to the different gigs late at night, the work that I do, that means I was going to be in a worse off position. So that is the beauty and the importance of insurance. So if you are still wondering whether to get insurance or not, if this story does not inspire you, I do not know what will. But make sure that you compare the costs, make sure that you understand what you're signing, and read the terms and conditions. And that includes, the first point is to understand how much the excess is going to be, just so that you are prepared. Because if you do not prepare for it and it hits you and it hits you hard and it hits you again and again, you will regret not having that emergency fund. So guys, until the next video, please have fun. Remember to subscribe and click the notification button. And I always say my favorite quote, I can't remember who the author is or who it belongs to. I should probably cite that person, but it says, take care of your money and your money will take care of you. This is why I have insurance. If you don't have insurance, speak to somebody, get your money right, and most importantly, have fun with your money. Cheers guys, have a beautiful day. Until the next video, thank you for subscribing and thank you for tuning in. Cheers, bye.